covered. Warning signs there for Cape Verde. Ranti, we all know what he can do. Such a threat up front. Here's Gary Rodriguez again. Ryan Mendes in support. Mendes once more. And that'll be a corner. Rodriguez to deliver. That will run behind for a goal kick from Gary Rodriguez. A bit of a waste, really. Rodriguez of the Turkish giants Galatasaray. A number of players in the two squads who are based in Turkey. Tunis has to trawl across the European leagues to keep an eye on his players. A number of them based in Portugal, a number in French football as well. If you're just joining us, 0-0 then here in Durban between South Africa and Cape Verde. This huge day across the African continent in World Cup qualifying. Nothing will be decided in this group today, but things could become a lot clearer. They could become rather more confusing depending on the outcomes of the two matches. It is already very tight. Morgan Gold to Tulani Latshwayo. Dean Furman, holding midfielder in this South African team. Lovely turn from Zwane. Zwane again. Keegan Dolly. It's a nice build-up from the South Africans. Ball into the middle, was looking for Ranti. And it's claimed by Vozinha. Direct approach taken by Cape Verde again. Vozinha straight away looking for Julio Tavares up front, and it's won Cape Verde a free kick. Slightest of pushes in the back of Tavares there by Morgan Gold. Wayne Sandilands only called into the squad because of the fitness issues concerning Kuna and Keat, the two goalkeepers, and only playing tonight after Ronwen Williams had his chance in Cape Verde and squandered it, really. Marcos Suarez standing over this free kick. It is a long way from goal. Fully 35 yards, a very decent effort too. Only narrowly wide from the Cape Verde skipper. Sandilands looked to have the post covered. The ball was travelling at some speed. Also seemed to swerve away from goal. Just wonder if the instructions from Lucien Tunis to his players is to test Sandilands whenever possible, to play on any nerves possibly being experienced by the South African goalkeeper. There's no question that it's only the circumstances that have dictated that he starts this evening. And we'll see Sandilands as a potential weak link in this South African team, perhaps being unfair. And the goalkeeper, there's the cross from Ryan Mendes, and Sandilands nearly caught out. I think that was very deliberate from the Cape Verde player. Oh, that wasn't far away. And that would have been extremely embarrassing for Sandilands. In the event, it is just a goal kick. Here's Dolly. Gets the break of the ball. To take on Stephen Pereira, who recovers very well. Ryan Mendes. Across to Thiago Almeida, the right back. That is a foul on Almeida from Tokelo Ranti. All eyes on the Nigerian official. Oh, neatly done, picked up by Dean Furman. Switch of play across to this near side for Hanti. Inside is Kikana, looking for the run down the right. Ball into the middle, plenty of targets in there. All change in the South African defence this evening, and the ball over the top catches them out here. This could be trouble. Gary Rodriguez, excellent tackle from Morgan Gould, and home fans really enjoyed that. It was one that he had to make as well. Just when it looked as if Gary Rodriguez was getting away from him. Junior Tavares to Marcos Suarez, picked up by Nuno Rocha. We'll look to this near side. Thiago Almeida in support. Trying to take on Clanty. Free kick is given. Thiago Almeida, the right back who plays club football in Romania, born in Portugal. This is the chance again, just a simple lofted ball over the top by Marcos Suarez. The South African defence playing at a high line, and they nearly paid the price for it. Morgan Gould doing extremely well there. Sifiso Lanti, the ball into the penalty box. It is collected by Humfo Kekana, again urged to shoot by the home fans. Ryan Mendes once more. Kekana sliding in, Furman. Keegan Dolly, one of the Europe-based contingent in this South African side. Keegan Dolly again. Searching for Clanty. Dolly managed to find Ranti with the pass. It wasn't the intended target. Don't think the ball lifted in by Ranti. Now it comes across to the far side. Palele with the cross in from the right. Zwane. South Africa continuing to apply the pressure here. Keegan Dolly of Montpellier to Dean Furman. Ball towards Clanty. Certainly Stuart Baxter asking the full-backs to get forward in support. Finally, the pressure is eased on the Cape Verde defence. Stuart Baxter there in your picture, just disappearing from view. English-born. He's got very close ties to South Africa, of course. Stuart Baxter was in charge of Supersport United before taking over the national team for a second time. His previous stint was in the qualifying campaign for the 2006 World Cup. South Africa failed to make that. They were there in 1998 and in 2002. Thiago Almeida. Martinez, Danielson da Cruz. Well, Julio Tavares miffed to see that decision not go his way. It is a South African free kick. Fairly eventful first 20 minutes here in Durban. These sides meeting on South African soil again. They clashed their opening game of the Africa Cup of Nations in South Africa in January 2013 in Johannesburg. A 0-0 draw on that occasion. Draw wouldn't really suit either side this evening, in truth, and plenty of signs that this game is going to remain open for as long as possible. Stuart Baxter knows the pressure is on. Cape Verde are looking to take advantage of the high line in that South African defence. But it is goals. There have been chances at either end. Before the Cup of Nations 4 years ago, there was a 2-1 win for South Africa back in June 2004 against these opponents. That would do nicely for Bafana Bafana this evening. Goalless at the moment. Furman, Kekana, Morgan Gould, 19 is Thembazwane, here is Keegan Dolly. Nicely worked across the Atlantic on this near side. Again, lovely footwork. A chance once more for the long-range shot from Mumfo Kekana. Yet to find his range this evening. I think it's fair to say Stuart Baxter a touch frustrated. Specifying what he wanted there to his assistants, including Quinton Fortune down on the bench. For Kekana only ever really had one thing in mind. Kekana, one of the Mamelodi Sundowns contingent. Sundowns, the 2016 champions of Africa. No surprise that Stuart Baxter has looked to them for a large number of his players. Dean Furman with the ball across to the far side for Mpalele. Kaizer Chiefs storming forward from right back. This is a terrific run from the number 6, and the cross, well, he was looking for Bradley Grobler, I think, at the near post, and a very important touch of Marcos Suarez makes it a corner kick. Terrific tracking back from Suarez. Didn't get a chance to see it because the corner was played quickly. Header away by Da Cruz. Collected by Ryan Mendes. Furman came charging out, but he's not got the break of the ball. Collected by Nuno Rocha. And Cape Verde win the throw. Concern here for Ryan Mendes, who's taken a knock. Ryan Mendes, very exciting prospect when he broke through with Le Havre in the French second tier. Le Havre, a club famous for bringing through young talent. Just to give you one example, Benjamin Mendy, the France international left-back who just recently moved from Monaco to... This one maybe more of a slow burner. Look for Kekana again. Lanti. Collected by Ranti. Kekana. And a chance for Palele to come forward down that right-hand side. Keegan Dolly. Zvane. Zvane continuing his run. Zvane will get to this before the goalkeeper. Vozinha suddenly scrambling to get back between the posts here. Dolly, can he get that ball under control? No, he can't. Cape Verde survive. Sandylans of Orlando Pirates. Gives it to Furman. Damani Hachwayo. Suarez having to muck in defensively for Cape Verde in the first half an hour here. Lucio Antunes and his team on the back foot really at the moment. Palele once again storming forward for South Africa. Ball driven across the face of goal. It might turn out to be a decent pass for Lanti, and there's the header. And a comfortable save for Vozinha, but an attempt on target nonetheless for Bradley Grobler. Should Grobler have done better here? Yes, he should have done. Still goalless, but South Africa on the offensive at the moment. Zvane. Spending a lot of time coming inside in this first half to allow Palele to make the run on the overlap forward from right back. Stopira with the throw, looking for Julio Tavares. He's got a decent record in the French top flight with Dijon, Julio Tavares. Stopira plays his club football in Hungary. Much of a look in yet, Tokelo Ranti. There's the header on by Tavares. That's what Lucio Antunes, I think, wants from his side as much as possible. Tavares to be winning the balls in the air, and Gary Rodriguez and Ryan Mendes to making the runs in behind. Atmosphere building as the game goes on here in Durban. Sandylans comes out to claim and does very well. Well played by Grobler. Good interception and then giving possession in round of qualifying. And he got the opening goal in Praia last Friday. Only to watch on as Bafana ended up losing by 2-1. No question that Tokelo Ranti is a quality striker. Here's Furman, who, like Ranti, has experience of playing in English football. Furman driving forward, looking for Tukiloranti. Will that be a free kick? Yes, it will, says the referee. Tukiloranti calling for the card to be produced. We haven't seen one yet this evening from the Nigerian referee, but he obliges, and it is a card for Teru Almeida. Just block the path of Ranti. Almeida might feel that's a little harsh on him. Confirmation of the card for the Cape Verde fullback. That's the goalkeeper, Vozinha. Well, I said it's far from a full house here in Durban. The ground has filled up gradually as the game has gone on, and what a terrific din. Twane again. Keegan Dolly made the leap to Europe earlier in 2017, the transfer from Mamelodi Sundowns to Montpellier, where he's not managed to fully establish himself in the side yet. Sir Baxter just enjoying a snack there, was he? Missing his dinner, of course, for this game. The early evening kick-off in Durban. Maybe he'll sit down for his dinner after this match and catch the closing stages of the other game in Group D between Burkina Faso and Senegal. Hopefully he'll be feeling satisfied with his team's performance. They need to win kilometres off the coast of Senegal. Back here to South Africa. Wouldn't have been an enjoyable trip either after the defeat. Challenged by Atlanti, a corner kick to Cape Verde. Swung in by Gary Rodriguez. There's the header. And Stopira got up well. Cavernous arena. Fans inside the ground, yet to see a goal. Vozinha has been equal to everything thrown at him in the first half. It's not exactly been an onslaught from the South Africans on the Cape Verde goal. They've had the better of the game, but the visitors have remained a threat as well. Stopira, it's a slack ball given straight to Dolly. This could be the chance. Grobler on the turn. And again, Vozinha is behind it. One kick downfield, header on by Atlanti. Half-time is approaching here in Durban. Only the winners progress. What South Africa want ideally is a victory this evening and then a draw a little later in Ouagadougou. That match about to kick off. Great support as ever for the South African national side. City of Durban, great sporting city, known for cricket and rugby, as well as soccer. A couple of top flight clubs based in this city, Golden Arrows and Amazulu. South African champions, the reigning champions, of course, Bidvest Wits from the Johannesburg suburbs. Mamelodi Sundowns, the African champions, thriving domestic league we have here in South Africa. The national team at the moment struggling to keep their World Cup dream alive. Stopira pushed into a corner by Falele, manages to get a ball in, and the pressure remains on. Ryan Mendes. Went to added time at the end of the first period here at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. Wayne Sandil intercepted a couple of brief scares. Most of the action has taken place towards the other end. Tokelo Ranti, tackled by Stephen Pereira. Falele is going to launch this long throw into the penalty box. Grobler and Ranti the targets. 2 minutes added on, by the way. Take two then for Mfalele. Well, in the air by Danielson da Cruz that time, helped on by Ryan Mendes. Here is Julio Tavares. Not a good ball towards Gary Rodriguez, but Marcos Suarez does find Rodriguez on this occasion. Maybe just time for Cape Verde to nick a goal before the break. Suarez lifted into the middle towards Julio Tavares. Might fall for Gary Rodriguez, who caught that rather too fully on the volley. It's half a chance, nothing more than that for Gary Rodriguez. That should be the final act of this first period here in Durban. There it is, the half-time whistle from the Nigerian referee. Goalless between Bafana Bafana and Cape Verde in this crucial World Cup qualifying Group D fixture. Cape Verde will be the happier of the two teams probably at this minute in time, having won 2-1 in Praia on Friday, currently holding their more illustrious opponents goalless at the interval here. All still to play for. But the late arrivals haven't missed any goals. They have missed chances at either end, but neither team able to make the breakthrough thus far. Huge day of World Cup qualifying across the African continent. Nothing will be decided in this section, but there's no question that these two teams cannot afford to lose. Thus far, 58% in their favour. The one booking has gone to Cape Verde's Thiago Almeida. 7 shots on goal.